Hey guys, WheatyWaffle here today, and we are back in the beautiful city of Westfield. In the last part, we updated this road to some highway removal, and I'm obsessed. I mean, I think that this avenue is working perfectly. Chef's kiss perfectly. One thing I do need to fix that I noticed while I was editing the last part is this pedestrian bridge is entirely too short. So let's just go ahead and quickly grab the movement mod and raise this guy. Now, what we're going to work on today, should I make it the same height as... Oh, here's a ferry. Let's find out. I mean, that's absolutely high enough. It could probably go a bit lower. What we're going to work on today is I actually have had a few technical difficulties with my recordings today. So this is my third time trying to make this recording happen. So we've done some trial and error. I've done this a few times. All right, now the ferry line is all set up and good to go. I kind of know what is going to work and what's not going to work because I've tried it twice already. So what we're going to do today is I want to move this forestry industry. This is our only 4-star industry in our city. If we jump into Woodland, we can see that it is the only industry we have of the 4 that is not a 5-star industry. What we need to do to get it there is get about 300 more workers. So what I'd like to do, and I turned on the day-night cycle. I've had a few people asking if I could do that. So we're going to play today in the day-night cycle and get to see our city from a whole new perspective. Let's just turn everything off. I thought there we go. So we can just kind of get some beautiful views. But what we're going to do today is we are going to take this forestry industry, expand it over to this area and build out a smaller community that's an extension of our wood industry. So I think the best way that I'm going to start this is I just want to kind of connect up some of these roads in here. This I've done a few times, and I think what I would like to do is I would like to have some kind of small avenue off of this area to connect up to this gherkin that we built in one of the live streams. We haven't gotten to do anything with this area, so I would like to have some kind of connection to this so that we can get some use out of it. Now, space already occupied. I'm not sure by what, so I'm just going to anarchy this in here. And let's actually go get a quick view of the downtown. Okay, we might actually have to turn off this view until we finish building, and then we'll do it at the end. Ooh, look at that. We'll do some more nighttime views later, but I don't... This is really hard to record with this game in the nighttime mode. So let's just go ahead and turn that off. Back to what we were doing. Let's go ahead and just kind of upgrade this to a flat. And this is already... Wow, it's already being used. I do want to make a few small changes here. This road does not go anywhere, so this road can go. I accidentally deleted a power line there. We're still connected, but let's actually just connect it. Great. We're also going to delete this road here, I believe. I can't imagine we're going to do much with this side just because of how close we are to the airport. So this can all pretty much stay open, and now we have this road here. This has this one piece on it, which is fine. Let's just make some small changes to how these all function now that we're going to introduce some more traffic here. So all these exits can yield to the main avenue. That way we can kind of filter out the people quicker. And then I think I want to turn on this little extra contours view and use this to help figure out my road layout. I actually think we're going to come out here and build on this plateau area. I erased all the trees that were originally over here. So I'm actually going to add them back. But they're going to be the trees we're really using for this playthrough. There we go. We've got some additional trees here, and we've kind of blended in a few trees with all of that. So that looks just a bit more natural. Let's see if we do in fact have... We do have some forestry here. I wouldn't mind a bit more, so I am just going to quickly... There we go. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just make this little area here a bit denser, so that we get some really good coverage and we can do this forestry industry. And this is going to be, I imagine, like a small little forestry town. So once we have that there, let's go ahead and cover this entire area in a little district. Okay, this is now a district. I do want to actually mark this district as a regular just forestry industry. Did that work? Oh, I turned icons off. There we go. As a regular forestry industry, because what I want to have happen here is I would like for us to zone some regular yellow zonable like industry squares, and then and use those in addition to the actual industry itself. And speaking of industry, let's go ahead and grab this and drag this all the way over. Nope, not this. We want this guy. And drag this all the way over to our new space. All right, so now this is all a part of the industry zone. We're going to quickly jump into a time lapse, and I'm going to make a little interchange of some type for this area. think that's what we're going to do for this area. I didn't actually intend to do all this. Oh my god, I never made the interchange. Okay, hold on. We're not actually done. I have to do this. Okay, now we have actually a functioning interchange. I don't know why I thought I did that when I didn't. Okay, let's actually make all of these 2 lanes too. That way just all of this is a little bit more seamless. We're getting some weird merging issues over here. Oh, actually this I guess should be 3 lanes, not 2 lanes. So hopefully that will kind of help things out. This is 3 down into 2, and then it gets here and it's 3 again. So hopefully that'll all fix itself. I am not sure. Let's go ahead and start by making sure this place has power and water. So if we bring this guy straight on down, we're just going to quickly go underneath the roads. Beautiful, except for that part, but we're just going to ignore it. I do think I want this area to have some kind of water tower. So why don't we put one over here kind of at the entrance to the town? I think that is a great place for it, especially because this is so far from where well, no, really not really. It's actually kind of close. We're filling in all the parts of this map that make sense. All right, then we're going to put a outflow portion. Actually, instead of putting an outflow portion, we are going to use one of these guys, these eco inland water treatment plants. It is polluting, which is not ideal, but we can't win them all. Why don't we stick this? It could go like over this way somewhere. I actually don't mind that. It's a little close to like the highway, but when you're driving past, I mean, you're driving past, doesn't matter what you see. Okay, and actually speaking of that, we will also need some kind of trash over here. So why don't we put a recycling station there, and that's probably good. So we've got water, we've got sewage, we have trash. Let's look at doing some, I'm thinking this side here is going to be industry as well as maybe a little bit over here. And then the rest of this is going to be town, mainly in this area. I think right in this little middle bit, we could put a cemetery. Let's turn anarchy off. Although there is really not that much grading. Let's do a cemetery here, and we'll put a little clinic next door. That's a little morbid. We'll put the clinic over here at the beginning of the town, and all of those are too big. Then we will do a tiny little fire station. I think the fire station could go more in this area, facing onto the main road, just to kind of have better access to both sections. And then the police station will kind of be centered in the main part of town, maybe right next to the cemetery. Okay, great. So we've got fire, we've got police, education. There's not going to be a school over here. And actually thinking about that, let's go ahead and give this the schools out marker, or schools out policy. So we'll do schools out. Recreational use will encourage recycling, since there's a recycling center here. We're going to do water usage. Moderately reduces water consumption, mainly because since this has a forestry industry, I assume they're going to need a lot of the water in this area, and we're only using, as of right now, unrealistically or not, this that water tower. And the rest of this I think will keep the same. Let's go ahead and do a tax relief for low density residential and for low density commercial. We could do Old Town. I don't think we really need to worry about it because no one's going to come this way anywhere, but we can do Old Town. That all looks good. I think that's enough. Okay, Victoria Square does probably need a park of some kind. Now this just became like unexpectedly building like a little suburb or a little town. I didn't plan to do that, but I'm having a really nice time with this. Okay, so beautiful. And then let's give this a few trees. I actually want to bring this down to 1. Oh, that looks so nice. Okay, now I think it's time to do some zoning and get some things laid out. So let's start with the industry. We do have a little bit of demand, not a ton. And if we look at our woodland, I really just want to see, yeah, here we go. So, okay, we've got about 600 workers. We don't even have enough capacity for all 800. We do have a good number of paper and planed timber going out, as well as a good amount of wood going out. I wouldn't mind making a little bit of wood over there, and maybe we could make some more planed timber. So let's go ahead and place down, oh, we do need power over here. I gotta do that as well. We'll place down some of these small plantations. We got 1, 2, and 3. I don't mind if they go up the hill. They're trees, they're gonna grow up the hill. This will make how much? Noise pollution 50, workplaces 46. Production rate 3,200 units, and this has a production rate of 6,400 units. Why don't we put one of these in here as well? This is engineered wood plant. We're going to need somewhere to store all of our wood pallets, so why don't we do a small wood or small log yard. Actually, let's move this around. This is going to make more sense down this way. If here's where all of those logs are being produced, I am worried that this particular one is too close to this intersection. So let's move this, turn on anarchy, and we're going to move this inwards so that we've got all 3 of these together here. They're all going to be producing the trees, and then they can come to this log yard to drop the trees off. These can be picked up and dropped off here at this engineered wood plant, and then they're going to need a place to store the engineered wood. So why don't we grab a small factory? Nope, a small storage unit. We can just put it actually right next door. Okay, great. So we have that all set up. I do realize that none of this has power, so therefore none of it can work. Let's get power going. We're just going to use this. Actually, what is this one? This is it's a much larger one than I want. Let's use this one. I know it's like for a small little town and we have to go a long distance, which doesn't necessarily make the most sense, but I like this one the most. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this is nice. Except for this power line, that pole that decided to be in the middle of the street. Okay, that looks great. So now we're having some sewage problems. This does take care of sewage. There we go. It does seem to have fixed itself. The city is having a serious goods issue all of a sudden, which I'm not entirely sure what's causing that, but we're going to leave it because I'm busy. Okay, so we've got power, water, we've got all that stuff. Let's also think about, let's do some zoning. Or let's see if there's any unique buildings we'd want to add over here. Hold on. We've got this winter market, which is not going to fit into this area, I don't think. Not really anything here. We do have a boat museum, which could be kind of cool. Oh, we have a park. What is this? The Bird and Bee Haven. Oh, yes. Okay, this is absolutely going to go here. Let's place this. It's just going to be right back over here. The Bird and the Bee Haven, far away from the heart of the downtown. That's nice. Anything else we want to add in here? We could do like a small little statue or not. All these are too like big. These are such grand buildings. What's that one? Ooh, Aviation Club. This could also be fun out here. Maybe we do a little aviation club in this middle strip. Yeah, middle strip. The aviation club's going right there. I've never built that before. That is so cool. All right, let's ditch some of the trees around this place, especially at the beginning and end of the line. Some of them are okay in terms of size. Like those guys I think are okay. But we don't want too many large trees in the way. Okay, there we go. And you'd come right in here. I think that's probably too close now that looking at it this way. I think we'll get rid of these ones as well. Oh, that's really fun. Okay, cool. So we have that there. Wow, this supplies issue is like really intense. I played this earlier and one of the difficulties I was having was this happened and I thought it was because I deleted some industry and now I'm realizing it's just the game. And so since we have $9 million, we're just gonna ignore it. Okay, so this looks good. Let's get this some power. I think we're gonna do that with zoning. So let's go ahead. This area here is gonna need to be more business focused because I don't think the noise is gonna let a lot of people live over here. But then all of this area, it's not like the nicest place to live, but it is a place to live. I think all the houses should be small little 2x2s. Even here on the water's front. In a weird, different biome, yet I think kind of the same style way. This is giving me like whatever the name of that town is in GTA. That is where the one guy, the bald guy, is from. That's what this is giving me. This like tiny little town full of a bunch of just like people who want to stay away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Okay. I think that's good enough there. On this side, though, we are going to get a little bit more extravagant. Let's just go ahead and fill in this entire square, as well as this square and this square. I think we'll fill in this zone here, as well as this one here. Actually, with them set up this way, we can just kind of fill them in. We're going to do a few less around the area here, just kind of using the plots the game gives us. I think we will leave this kind of open. We'll fill this side as well. And then in here, this is technically like the little downtown. So we'll go ahead and put some businesses along there and not that many along here. Or if we do, let's take out like a few blocks for just some houses. Okay, I think that's good. Don't know what's going on with you. We're just gonna ignore it. That looks nice. Let's put in a few paths and let's see if this has made any change to the workers for the industry that we were trying to level up. I do want to put in some additional trees here just to fill this area up so that it's a little bit fuller for the birds and the bees. Do that guy there and we'll do some as you can hear the planes flying overhead. That's so fun. All right, let's turn A on to make sure there's no issues. Everybody's got power. Everybody's got everything there. I don't know what's going on with the not enough goods, but it does look like at least this side, the businesses went out of business and then they were fine. And this side, there's a few businesses that are screaming for it, but it looks like they are going out of business and self-correcting, so that's good. Okay, so this is looking good. Let's check on the ore industry itself. If we go over here, we have 644 workers. I'm gonna do just a few more buildings and let's see if we can maybe get to that 800. Okay, so I accidentally was playing with my recording on pause and totally forgot to uncheck that. Now, we've got all kinds of alerts happening right now, and I think this city is slowly, you know, maybe starting to fall apart. It needs to be connected to lines. Like, I don't know why it's not connected to lines. This traffic came out of nowhere. There's more goods issues. I don't know what's happening here with this particular building. It needs to be connected to lines. Let's go ahead and just erase it. I hope that didn't remove all my bus routes. And then we're going to replace it with a new one. Because it's just a depot, and we've got other depots in the city, so it's not like the only one we have. But that should kind of help with all that. This traffic is all traffic that just is stopping right here for an unknown reason, except for right now when I'm looking at it and it seems to be moving just fine. So I don't know what's causing that. Okay, maybe all the problems aren't that bad. Maybe it's just like it looked like a lot from that angle. Either way, we are presently at, oh no, I want to go back this way. We are 706 workers. All I've really done is just add a few buildings over here, including these like forestry maintenance buildings and a few tree buildings here and there. And then on the other side over here, I added, yeah, from this angle, it looks atrocious, but in reality, it's not that bad. Over here, I did add in this particular building here, the forestry maintenance building, as well as one of these large tree sapling fields, and it goes underground, which is a little stupid, but really what I wanted to do, and what I want to try to still figure out, is each of these buildings can employ 25 workers, but if I were to replace these with the larger ones, we can get some more workers in here. To do that, though, you know what, we could kind of come over into this neighborhood. What if, all right, this is like very unrealistic because this would never happen, but we're actually going to get rid of this little neighborhood here as well as this section of path. And instead, because I just want this to just be done, let's, not an industry zone, let's go ahead and just expand this industry zone just a bit more. Some of these people are going to be really excited because they now have technically like a larger yard area, but I don't think overall the community would appreciate what I just did. Let's put 1, 2, can we fit a third? It does intersect the houses, but just by a little bit. Okay, we're actually going to just keep snapping off. Let's wiggle these over, and I'm okay with the little bit of intersection because I just want to get enough workers. We have 705. Let's see if this can go up in the next few minutes. We're at 721. This traffic doesn't make any sense. It's the buses. We've got buses. It can't get to the routes. I think that this is just entirely too far, and it can't get here. Maybe it's just too far. Maybe this little area needs its own little thing. Are you able to provide buses? So now we're getting some buses here to kind of get people looped around. Is that fixing this error? I have like all kinds of errors today, y'all. And the traffic is just getting like kind of out of whack for no reason, just in this spot. I don't know what's happening. We're just gonna let it keep running. We nailed it. We got to 5 stars. Okay, great. But now we've got a large tree plantation, a pulp mill, and a modular housing factory. Let's go over here. Let's pick a random park. In terms of parks, we have a 5-star regular park. We have a 5-star nature reserve, good old Carroll's Nature Reserve, a 5-star John Mayer's Beachside Theme Park and Resort, and 5-star Rixham's Groovy Zoo. And then in addition to that, We look at our industries, we have 5-star ore, 5-star oil, 5-star agriculture, there we go, and 5-star wood industry. So now we actually have all the 5 stars for both of the parks and the industries, and we have a 5-star university. I think that's where we're going to leave this part here. We built this beautiful tiny little town that is maybe thriving. It's unclear. Actually, all the industry has failed and that house is on fire. We built a town. I don't know if it's thriving, but it's here. And when we zoom out and we turn off all the little marker things, it looks nice on the map. I think we're kind of pushing the limits of the city here, so we're gonna see. Leave me some comments. I don't know what happened because we were doing totally fine until last time, but now we've got some weird goods issue. I am excited though because now we do have a 5-star nature reserve. We have a 5-star zoo, theme park, farming, oil. What else? Ore and forestry, which and a university. We've got 5-star everything. So I think that's where we're gonna leave this part here though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this part, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments about what you want to see in the next part or how I can fix this like really strange out of nowhere goods issue. And I'll see you guys in the next one.